Systematic benevolence. I was pointed back to the children of Israel. Ancient God required of them all, both poor and rich, a sacrifice according as he had prospered them. Poor were not excused because they had not the wealth of their rich brethren. They were required to exercise economy and self-denial. And if any were so poor that it was utterly impossible for them to bring an offering to the Lord, or misfortune had deprived them of the ability, those who were wealthy were required to help them to a humble mite. They come not before the Lord empty-handed. The arrangement served a mutual interest. Some have not come up and united in the plan of systematic benevolence, using themselves because they were not free from debt. They plead that they must first owe no man anything. The fact that they are in debt does not accuse them. I saw that they should render to Caesar the things that are Caesar, God the things that are God's. Some feel conscientious to owe no man anything, think that God can require nothing of them until their debts are all paid. Here they deceive themselves. They fail to render to God the things that are His. Everyone must bring to the Lord a suitable offering. Those who are in debt take the amount of their debt from what they possess and give a portion of the remainder. Some have felt under sacred obligation to their children. They must give each a portion, but feel themselves unable to raise means to aid the cause of God. They make the excuse that they have a duty to their children. This may be right. First duty is God. Render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar, God's things that are God's. Rob not God by withholding from him your tithes and offering. It is the first sacred duty to render to God a suitable portion. No one throw in his claims and lead you to rob God. Let not your children steal your offering from God's altar for their own benefit. I saw that anciently the covetousness of some led them to withhold a suitable portion. They made their offering stinted, poured it in heaven, and they are cursed in their harvest and in their flock, just as they withheld. Some were visited with affliction in their families. God would not accept a lame offering. It must be without blemish, best of their flock and the best fruits of their field, and it must be a freewill offering. They would have the blessing of the Lord rest upon their families and their possessions. The case of Ananias fire was presented before me to illustrate the course of those who found their property below its value. They pretended to make freewill offering of their possession to the Lord. Said Peter, tell me whether you sold the land so much. The answer was, yea, for so much. Some in this evil age not consider that a lie, but the Lord regarded it thus. They had sold it for so much and much more. They had professed to consecrate all to God. To Him they had dissembled, and their retribution lingered not. I saw that in the arrangement of systematic benevolence, heart tested and proved. It is a constant living test. It brings one to understand his own heart, see whether the truth or the love of God dominates. Here is a test for the naturally selfish covetous. They will put down their possessions at very low figures. Here they dissemble. Said the angel, cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully. Angels are watching the development of character, and the acts such are carried to heaven by the heavenly message. Some will be visited of God for these things, and their increase will be brought down to their figures. There is that scattereth, and yet increaseth, and there is that holdeth more than he tendeth from poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. Proverbs 11:24-25. All are required to have an interest in this work. Those who use faculty and cost lay aside those idols of their cost into the treasure of the Lord. Some have never made a sacrifice cause of God and are asleep as what God requires them. Some of the very poorest will have the greatest struggle to deny themselves of these stimulants. Individual sacrifice is not required because the cause of God is suffering from means, but every heart will be tested, every character developed. It is principle that God's people must act upon. The living principle carried out in the life. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings. Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse. There be meat in my house, and prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven, and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. And I will rebuke power for your sakes. He shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast fruit before the time in the fields, the Lord of hosts. I saw that this scripture has been misled by and praying and meeting. Prophecy has a special application to the last days of God's people, their duty. Bring a portion of their substance, a free will offering, the Lord.